about the crucifixion of Jesus and whether he was indeed crucified.
Right. I know in Islam the teaching is that he was not actually crucified. I think on a historical basis, Jesus was absolutely crucified. I think that there's...
Jesus was absolutely crucified. Listen, for me, I don't care what this guy's saying, but you Muslim, you invited him for interview. That's mean you are the one who take him into a big deal. So when he said Jesus absolutely was crucified, that's mean absolutely Muhammad is a fraud. And he is a son of Muta because he's born 4 years after his father's death. So when the Quran says, وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ, they crucified him not. People, don't forget to invite your friends. Don't be lazy. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. I don't care. Don't subscribe. Who care? Chapter 4, verse 157 says that the Christian, they say, oh sorry, the Jews, they say that we killed the Messiah, the son of Maryam. They crucified him not, nor they killed him. So the Quran confirmed two things. There was no crucifixion and there is no killing. Then Muhammad Hijab, the dummy, the one who shaved his chest, he liked to have a nice chest, which is nothing but full of beef. Too much beef and pig. Jesus absolutely was crucified. The one the Muslims, they take him into consideration. We don't take him into consideration. This guy is an atheist. He was what? Absolutely. Absolutely. He did not say maybe. You see, this guy is an enemy for Christianity. He hates it. So why he would say such a thing?
Is that he was not actually crucified. I think on a historical... I know in Islam the teaching is that he was not actually crucified. I think on a historical basis, Jesus was absolutely crucified.
Bingo. So Muhammad is a fraud. There's no question and there's no debate is needed, because the Muslims, they agree that this is the consultant. We can ask him. This is the one we can go back to, and the proof, they have his interview. They have article about this interview now. Imagine the Muslims, this is how silly this cult is. Those people, they have articles about it, but they will not mention in the article what this guy said. That Jesus truly was crucified. And you notice here how many hijab sitting. He is so cute and so sweet, especially when he said to him that your book is the same as the yellow pages.
I'm not interested in whether Jesus was the Son of God, because I don't think there's a God. And so
my understanding is that your conclusion is that Jesus Christ was a messianic prophet.
Your conclusion is that Jesus Christ was a messianic prophet. You stupid idiot, donkey. This guy is an atheist. Are you donkey? I mean, somebody grabbing from his tail. In order to believe that he is a prophet anyway, he have to be not an atheist, you idiot. I mean, when the mother of this man, she gave birth to him from which location? I think he was a booger. He was a booger in the nose. You are asking an atheist. What?
Son of God, because I don't think there's a God. And so
my understanding is that your conclusion is that Jesus Christ was a messianic prophet.
I'm going to open my Skype so we can have any Abdul. He would like to explain why Muslims Why Allah cannot find a smart person to defend him? Why Allah is so desperate he got the most stupid idiot ones to present him to us? If those are the one who will defend Allah, so who is the one who will fight Allah then? Because it's a... Is the video working fine, guys? All right. Is everything fine? Because from my side it froze for a second. So do you think that the Messiah, he thought he is a you think he was a messianic prophet? How in the world such a thing can happen? Let us see if we have a problem with our connection. I cannot view my page here. Let us see. What happened to YouTube? Let us try something else. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but my YouTube page is not playing. I don't know. Is it working? Is it not working? What's happening? All right. Okay, now it's coming back. Let us see. All right, look like it's working. From my side, it was frozen. I don't know what happened. So listen carefully, Mohammedans. The first thing is confirmed from your Mimi that Jesus was a crucified. And that means Muhammad is a fraud, Quran is a stupid, and Muhammad, you see, if this document, which is in the Bible, proving that Jesus was truly crucified, all your idea of Islam is gone. This guy, he demolished Islam in 1 second. Yes, absolutely, Jesus was crucified. Who is the one who said that? The one you brought him to the interview. For me, I will never invite this person for interview because he means nothing for me. I will invite him for a debate, but not for interview. You know, when I interview a person, it means I agree with him. That means he is the master and I am the student. This is what interview is about. You are the skilled, and we are here to ask you questions. Unless it's a job interview, then the story can be different. Somebody is hiring somebody. Are you hiring him? No. So the Muslim, they needed this person, and this person, he confirmed that Jesus absolutely was a crucified. And for me, I will never interview such a person. But as long as the Muslims and even the atheists, they are interviewing him, I will have to use this interview against their own statement, because they are the one who believe that this interview is going to cause damage to Christianity, but it worked in the opposite way.
The teaching is that he was not actually. I know in Islam the teaching is that he was not actually crucified. I think on a historical basis, Jesus was absolutely crucified. I think that there's, as a historian, there's almost no doubt about that. And in case your audience doesn't know, I don't identify as a Christian. I mean, I was raised a Christian, but I'm an atheist now. I'm not.
I am an atheist now. In case the audience don't know. In case audience don't know. So why the Muslims are taking friends with the atheists now? Very simple. When your God is a devil, you throw him under the bus for the sake of your agenda. You have no value. You have none. Let us see this gentleman here.
Hello.
Yes, my friend, you are live on air.
Yes, so did your historian DNA tested the likeness of Jesus that got crucified?
Did who?
Did your historian or ITS person DNA tested the likeness of Jesus that got crucified?
DNA?
DNA test, yes.
Where you want to get the DNA?
Okay, so when there's no body, you can't prove it was Jesus, right?
Okay, did you test the DNA for Muhammad?
That doesn't change anything for us.
Well, you change because the Quran says, that Muhammad, he says, when a prophet he die, the earth will not consume his body, so we should have a DNA. So if his body is not consumed, then the
Quran
DNA.
says that.
No, Muhammad
Quran
he
says
said.
that.
Muhammad he said.
Nothing Quran. That's nothing Quran.
I mean, my friend, your prophet. Are you saying your prophet is not to take into consideration? He is a dummy. He says things, stupid things. Here we go. This is your prophet, and this is Sahih Hadith. He says, pray for me in Friday, and today is a Friday. Let us pray to Muhammad. May Allah bless you, Muhammad. May Allah. Okay, they said to him, but Muhammad, you will be dead. He says, but don't you know that the prophet, the earth is forbidden from consume our body. So now, if we go to the grave of Muhammad, we shall have the body of Muhammad there, and we can take the DNA. But the hadith report that Muhammad, after 3 days from his death, because they didn't bury him, they believe him. They said, okay, he said the earth will not consume my body, so they did not bury him for 3 days and 3 days. You can go and search it. Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad, he said, "Idfinu sahibakum fa innahu qad antan." Bury your friend, he smelled like shit. That's what he said. And then the other hadith says that his pinky and his fingers are shrinking, like he's grabbing his hand. It's what happens to people when you die. And he said, قَدْ رَبَ بَطْنَهُ, you know, the belly of a human being when he die, because whatever he ate before he died, the bacteria will start, you know, doing their job, which is they are there for it. And then a lot of gas will come and will make his belly like a pregnant woman. So, and then Muhammad starts farting. So you are the one who mentioned the DNA. We can solve the problem about Islam very easy. If Muhammad, his body is there, we can go and get his DNA, and that will prove that what Muhammad he said is true. That the body will not consume that the earth will not consume his body. His body will not decay. But as you see, even before they buried him, his body is already decay. What say you?
You changed the subject, right?
No, you are the one who mentioned to me the DNA. Is it me who said DNA? I said for me. I said to you, how we will get the DNA of Jesus? If you Muslim, you stupid, you believe that Jesus right now in heaven. Don't you Muslim believe that Jesus in heaven now? How I'm going to get his DNA?
So without
if there is a bus, stupid Abdul, if there's a bus to go to heaven right now and get the DNA of Jesus,
so you can't prove it was Jesus
I'm
crucified.
asking you, is Jesus now in heaven or is in earth according to your stupid cult?
Before crucifixion, he was in heaven.
This is not the question. Jesus now where he is, because you are asking me to get his DNA. So if in order to get his DNA, we have to go and get the DNA from Jesus himself. Jesus right now is alive or he's dead, and where he is, answer me.
He's 11. You can't get the DNA, so you can prove it was Jesus crucified.
So you are stupid then, because Jesus, he is alive, and now he is in heaven, and this is in total agreement with the teaching of Christianity, because we believe that Jesus, after the crucifixion, he went up to heaven. Now I'm asking you, the gentleman who Mimi Hijab, he invited him, and he agreed that he's a scholar. This is what he agreed. This is why he's inviting him. He said that Jesus absolutely was crucified.
He didn't DNA tested the likeness of Jesus that got crucified.
I'm asking you now, the guy he said that, he confirmed. He don't have a DNA too. So why you Muslims don't agree with the one you interview, and he said Jesus absolutely was crucified?
Why should we agree with him?
What do you mean not?
Because he didn't DNA tested Jesus.
Okay, hold on, but you are the one who invite him to take his professional opinion.
Just asking him, yes, just asking him.
But what do you mean just asking him? Okay, he answered you now. Now it is your turn to refute him. Because now he got your Quran busted. The Quran says that Jesus was not crucified, nor he was killed.
Okay.
Okay. So when the guy he says so, no, he was killed and he was crucified.
How did
And
he know
you-
when he didn't DNA test him?
hold on. And your dummy Mimi Hijab sitting like a puppy. He did not say to him, no, we have a proof that he was not. Did he say we have a proof he was not? No. The guy, he said, this is the most absolutely, most documented, even by non-Christians, that Jesus was crucified and he was killed and even he was buried. And then you Muslims, you sit like a puppy in front of him. You don't say, no, we have a proof. They did not say to him, the DNA. This is the most silly argument ever. Let us talk about DNA. Do you like to talk about DNA?
Okay.
Okay. What is the DNA?
DNA should be get from the blood of the person.
The blood of the person.
Yes.
So, okay. So now, if there is somebody have no blood, he have no DNA.
But your books have recorded he was bleeding, right?
I'm asking you, are you stupid or what? Are you going to say that somebody should have saved the DNA in the floor since 2,000 years ago? Is that what you are saying? I want to know, what is your mother feeding you when you were a kid?
Wasn't his blood in the
I'm
tomb?
asking you, are you going to say that we should have his body saved for 2,000 years because you need to check his DNA?
I repeat your question. I didn't get it.
Repeat the good. Okay, I will repeat it for you as Zakir Naik. Brother and sister, I want them call me and he said to me, can we get the DNA of Jesus? Because if Jesus was crucified, we needed the DNA. Okay, now this is the answer of Zakir Naik to you, so you can understand. Are you saying that we need to save the blood of Jesus for 2,000 years so we can send the DNA? Here we go. Do you understand now?
Gospel of Basilides has recorded Jesus was crucified.
I'm asking you, are you saying that the Christian, they should save the blood of Jesus for 2,000 years because one day somebody will know how to examine the DNA? And you stupid idiot, let us say we get the DNA of Jesus. That will prove nothing because all of us, we have DNA even before we die. So you are a stupid mental.
No, you can't prove it was Jesus because no one
What do you
DNA
mean you
tested him.
prove it? Because if Jesus, he is dead or alive, the DNA is the DNA. Nothing changed. He's alive.
No, it changes because it was the likeness of him because it wasn't Jesus. That's the change. That's the change.
I mean, you know, this is one of the proof that Islam is stupid, that the God of Islam, he could not find one smart person to defend his religion. Now, why you did not answer about the DNA of your prophet? Why your prophet, he lie? Saying
You changed the subject. You changed the
I am
subject.
not, because here we go. Nobody have DNA. You are being stupid. You know why?
Nobody
have
has
a
DNA.
Secondly, you idiot. Secondly, Jesus is in heaven and he is not in earth to go and find a grave and dig it and maybe we can find something. So the Muslims believe that he is in heaven. The Christian believe he is in heaven. So your argument is even against your own belief.
No, you believe that he was in the tomb. The tomb had the blood. So where is the DNA of that blood?
Well, you know, Jesus, he resurrected, which means everything belonged to Jesus. Go back to Jesus.
So you can't prove that the blood is belongs to Jesus.
Can you prove there was blood?
You guys have recorded he was bleeding.
I'm saying to you, can you prove that the blood did not stay there? Can you prove it?
What do you mean stay here?
Well, aren't you the one who wanted DNA?
Okay.
Okay, can you find the blood?
The tomb, where is the tomb?
Go to the tomb. Can you find the blood?
Isn't anything there?
You stupid idiot. After 2,000 years, there's anything there.
So you can prove it was Jesus. Okay. So you can prove it was Jesus.
I mean, you know, honestly, did somebody pay you to call me or you did it voluntarily?
Gospel of Basilides has recorded Jesus wasn't crucified. So he was transfigured into someone else.
Hold on. The gospel of who?
Basilides, Basilides.
But this gospel says that the one, this is not a gospel, by the way. This is a fiction. But anyway, we will go with you. Just you are stupid. You hear this guy saying the word and you do not know even how to say it twice. But we will go with you. But even that says that Jesus is God because he is the powerful God. He made someone look like him. Do you agree with that?
Where does it say Jesus made someone look like him? You are making that by yourself.
Okay, here we go. Everybody will laugh at you again. Here we go. This is the interview. Open your YouTube and mute my Skype for now.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. This person, he will get you busted. You are an idiot. You do not know what are you talking about.
In case your audience doesn't know, I don't identify as a Christian. I mean, I was raised a Christian, but I'm an atheist now. I don't have a particular stake in any of this information personally. But I think the crucifixion of Jesus is probably the best attested, one of the best attested events of his life. It's found all over the place in our early sources. It's even mentioned by non-Christian sources, and it's a kind of a complicated thing for me to argue, although I can at length if somebody wants me to. It's not the kind of thing that Christians would have made up about him if they wanted to make up legends. If they wanted to make up something about Jesus, it wouldn't be that he got killed by the enemy, tortured to death. What they would have made up is that he became the king and he's sitting on the throne in Jerusalem. But they couldn't make that up because everybody knew it wasn't true. And so they had to say, well, yeah, he got crucified. But then they ended up saying that because he was crucified, that was significant, that it was the plan of God. And but they're kind of explaining it. They're not, they're explaining because they got to explain it because he was crucified.
Yeah. The Islamic account is very strange. It is that I guess that people think Jesus was crucified and that somebody was crucified, but it wasn't Jesus. It was just somebody else who people thought was Jesus, and it's a very strange thing to think.
So it is, and it didn't start with Islam. It actually there's a Christian teacher in the 2nd century named Basilides who was a Gnostic. And he wrote a gospel. He wrote a Gnostic gospel. We don't have the gospel anymore, but we have a church father who talks about it. And in his account, what he says is that there was a fellow in the Gospels. Jesus is carrying his cross, and they impel somebody else to carry the cross for him to the place of crucifixion. And according to Basilides, what happened is this other person whose name was Simon from Cyrene, which is in North Africa, Simon Cyrene carries the cross, and when he gets there, Jesus pulls an identity switch. He's the Son of God. He can do miracles. He makes Simon of Cyrene look just like him. And then he looks just like Simon of Cyrene. And so the Romans think they're crucifying Jesus, but they're crucifying Simon. And Jesus is standing by the cross laughing.
So you idiot. Unmute YouTube now. So he said because he's a son of God, he's a powerful God, he can switch identity. So even the book you are quoting for us, which is a funny book, this is a heretic. This is a false. This is why this book does not even exist. Nobody follow this idea. So even there, this person, he is saying that because Jesus is a son of God, he was able to switch identity.
Hold on a second.
It's not Allah. It's not Allah who switched identity. Because Jesus, he is the son of God, he was able to switch identity. Your mic.